The WWE created the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships in March of 2021. However, for some reason, by June of 2023, it already gave up on the belts. It was quite a surprising move, given that women's wrestling has become so popular in the WWE. However, less than a year later, it established the Women's North American Championship. There are currently 35 women on the NXT roster, compared to 54 men. However, on the SmackDown roster, there are 36 men, and on Raw, there are 38. Both Raw and SmackDown have tag team titles for each brand for the men. On the main roster, there are a total of 35 active women wrestlers collectively on Raw and SmackDown. Therefore, since clearly NXT has the largest women's roster of the three brands, it should have its own women's tag team champions. Many wrestlers got started as part of a tag team. The New Day and the Usos' entire existence is based on being the greatest tag team champions of all time. When the Shield first made its debut, they became tag team champions. How dominant would the faction have been if they had no tag team belts? Both the Bloodline and the Judgment Day at one point held all the tag team gold. When Toxic Attraction was at its height in NXT, it had all the women's championships, including the women's tag team titles. Thus, without tag team belts, wrestlers who may never be good enough to become singles champions never get an opportunity to shine. In NXT right now, there are 2 titles for 35 women on the roster compared to the men having 4 championships. In comparison, on the main roster, there are 5 titles for the 35 women to compete over, with the men having 6 titles collectively on Raw and SmackDown. Clearly, it seems that based on championship opportunities, the women on NXT are being shortchanged. Titles help wrestlers develop their characters, create better feuds, and more compelling storylines. The WWE needs to give more women in NXT an opportunity to tell their stories and create more factions and feuds.